This is your captain speaking, soft speaking, and welcome to It's been 4.5 months since my last update video, and explaining where I've been and if I'm back, or if I'm just stopping by. Now, this video could very quickly turn into like an apology video, being like, I'm so sorry, I didn't, whatever, say that I was taking a break, and in fact, I sort of said the opposite. I kept saying I'm going to start posting more, and I don't really want it to become that, because my uploads became more and more inconsistent. I'm looking at my channel right now. You could kind of see it, it was like the usual video once a week, then it was like 10 days between videos, and then it was 16 days between videos, and then it was an entire month, and then another month, and then now it's been 4 months. So yeah, I have not really been great at posting on this channel. The one thing I will apologize for is not saying this all sooner. There was a couple times when I would write a community post saying hey, sorry I haven't uploaded, or thought about pinning a comment on my most recent video being hey, here's, sorry I haven't been around, and loosely explaining, what's going on. And then I was no, I feel like this deserves a video, but I just never wanted to film this video because I don't really want, I don't know, I don't like being in this, I don't like delivering bad news, because I wanna be here and say, hey, sorry for the break, here's an easy to understand explanation why it was a long break, but I'm back, baby. When in reality, it's just, guys, I did this channel for 6 years, and I got burned out on it. That's pretty much it. This channel was my baby for a long time. I loved it, and I spent a lot of time into it. I think I did 4 videos a week for about 1.5 years, which is a ridiculous amount of time spent on filming or planning, filming, editing, posting, and maintaining videos. That was half of my waking hours at a certain point in time. Because, that's an exaggeration, but it was a lot of my time. And this isn't oh, boo-hoo me, I wanted to do it, and I believed in it, and I as a person grew from it, and it sort of made me realize, hey, I really like making videos. I really enjoy doing YouTube. I like having a community. But I was never it was never my dream to do an ASMR channel. It was just, I've always loved making videos, and I always liked YouTube, and I always wanted to do YouTube. But it wasn't ASMR, that was my thing, So I started doing it, and I found a following and ran with it for a long time, 6 years. And I feel like it was a good stepping stone that has led into other things. If you are unaware, I think most people are aware, but if you're unaware, I have 2 other channels that are bigger. I think they're linked on my actual channel page, maybe, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. But I still do YouTube consistently, but not this channel so much. And honestly, it's weird being on this side of this situation, because I've had a lot of YouTubers I watched that did exactly what I've done, where they start posting less and less, and the quality kind of declines, but all the while they keep saying I'm gonna post more, sorry I've been busy, or whatever excuse. And I was always confused by that, and then they would eventually stop posting altogether, or take a really long break, and then make a weird comeback a year later that no one was still around for. Which is probably what this video is. It's just, I don't know how many people are actually gonna, it's only been 4.5 months, but I feel like that's enough time for people to kind of move on. But I wanted to have this video here to just for anyone that comes back to this channel to have an explanation. But to explain myself and this sort of classic YouTuber disappearing conundrum, and that is just, people change, and it's not something you can do forever the way that you've always done. And the hard part is just sort of, I guess, admitting that to yourself first, because when this is your main was just kind of cutting more corners and just making easy to produce videos because I was not like feeling it anymore. But I kept thinking, oh, I'm not feeling it because I'm just busy or I'm tired or whatever. But in reality, it's just like, man, like I feel like I kind of ran my own channel into the ground by sort of continuing to post during a creative decline. And then once I sort of like would muster up the energy to post like some higher quality videos where I'd kind of psych myself up and say, okay, let's make a banger, let's make a really good video. And I did like a classic. I did like one of those dad videos people always liked. Dad pesters you while you play GTA 5. I wrote a script for it. I wore a fake mustache. I did the back and forth dialogue with the relevant gameplay. It's like a full-on, almost 8-minute sketch of a video, which was a continuation of a popular series of mine back in the glory days. And I was like, here I am, getting back to my old roots, doing the same level of quality people like started watching me for, or like me for. And it got 7,000 views, or it has 7,000 views a year later. And now, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, that's not the point. The point is, it was like too late. That people had moved on. And that became really sad for me because it felt like I was already teetering on not really feeling it anymore. And it felt like I had a realization where the people hadn't been feeling it either for a long time. And you can't just flip a switch and come back from that. You can't say, okay guys, expect good videos now, and then boom, everybody comes back. It was like, I don't really have the energy for this, the creative passion for this channel anymore. And I don't have as many people that are like waiting around for it either. And if this was my only channel, I probably would have just sucked it up and maybe kept at it and just tried it for a little longer because I just wanted to keep having this creative outlet. But the thing is, I have another channel that I am really passionate about, that I have people watching, and I'm able to sort of make the videos that I've always wanted to make that didn't really fit with ASMR. And I'm able to talk in a non-whispered voice and, add sound effects and silly zooms and, play clips that have sound and have music in the background and all these things that don't work for ASMR for obvious reasons. And I realized that that's the kind of videos that I want to make these days. That matches a lot better with me and my creative ability and passion and all that. And so it just made less and less sense to spend time on this channel, on my ASMR channel, instead of the channel that I was actually passionate about. But I also didn't want to tell my viewers that right away. When I first kind of realized that, I was like, no, I can do both. I can do both. Of course I can do both. And then of course I have a third channel now that's actually my biggest channel, ironically, that I now do as well. And I'm not as passionate about that one. Don't tell my viewers that. But it's a really big channel now, so I keep doing it and I enjoy it well enough, but it's not really my passion either. But it just made no sense to have a third channel this was such a huge, important part of my life for so long. Like, I would love to live in a world where I was able to keep doing this, like, forever, but that's just not realistic. Like, every channel you watch, it's not gonna be there forever, you know? Like, forever, ever. It might be there for years and years and years, but you can't guarantee that that person's gonna keep making those videos forever. So it seems obvious that, yeah, you would hit a point where you're kind of like done with it, but it feels sad no matter what. Now, I guess I should have said this earlier, because anyone watching this is probably clicked off because they kind of got the idea by now, but I don't want to say I'll never post again. You know, I'll always have this channel, I'll always have access to it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I don't have my ASMR microphone. I actually don't know where it is, so this is only going to be through, this is not going to be ear to ear, this is going to be all down the center. You figured that out by now, but I meant to say that earlier. But yeah, I don't want to say I'll never post again. I think if, like, maybe the right game comes out, or I just kind of feel like doing it again, or, you know, maybe I just get the itch to do more ASMR. I don't know, I can't say. But for the last, like, 6 years of doing this, I've, like, required myself to make these videos. Does that make sense? Like, it's been a job, even though I made no money off of this. You know, technically speaking, I think I made, you know, a couple of bucks, but ASMR doesn't pay very well because you only do one ad at the beginning of the video, unless you're a bad ASMR creator and you put ads in the middle of videos. And to defeat the whole purpose of ASMR by having loud ads every few minutes, if you just put one ad at the beginning, you make like no money, and then the amount of time and effort that goes into it, the very little money you do make, especially being as small of a channel as me, it adds up to like a tank of gas every now and then, you know. And I'm not complaining, but that's the reality of it, is that I'm almost 30 years old. I turned 30 next year. I turned 29 2 months ago. I started this channel when I was 23, and it made a lot more sense back then. I probably should have started the video by saying that, because I feel like that's a pretty easy way for you guys to understand why I can't just drag along every passion I have, even the ones that I'm tired of. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have the energy. And it's sad to say, but like, if you like, we live in a society where you kind of gotta make money to survive, and while you can have fun hobbies that don't make you any money, that just make you happy, you have to kind of allocate your time to where a certain amount of your time is put towards working so that you can survive, and then you can kind of divvy up your extra time to do the things that you are for fun. And so this always fell into the for fun category because it never made nearly enough money to ever be considered anything that helps me survive. This doesn't really fit the spot of being something I want to spend a lot of time on just for fun anymore. Does that make sense? Because I did it for so long. You know, it's like people get tired of stuff. It's funny because everything I'm saying sounds so obvious. And so I don't want it to seem like I'm over-explaining it. Like, I don't think anyone watching this is like, this guy's speaking nonsense. Like, I feel like everyone watching this, I would hope, like, understands, even if it's disappointing. But, yeah, it's like I have other hobbies. You know, I want to, like, travel more. I want to, like, do other things. You know, I can't do everything. I wish I could. Like, I have a guitar that I've been wanting to get good at for a long time. And it's a nice guitar, but I never get to play it because I don't allocate time for the guitar, because it just hasn't. Its time will come. That's what I keep telling myself. Eventually, some other hobby will move over. You know, I'll get to a point where I can spend less time on work, and then I can make room for a new hobby. channel, I always had the support of the people, even if they just supported, on screen me and they didn't know anything about my life. It didn't really matter because they still supported me, and that made me feel good, and that made me feel like I had a purpose, and that life had a purpose, and there was reasons to go on. But that will always be something that I got out of this. There's a long list of things I got out of doing this channel, and I'm not like some YouTube big shot or anything, but if I ever do become one or whatever, if YouTube leads into something else or whatever, it can all be traced back to this channel. This is where it all began. Like, this is where I realized this is what I like to do. This is what I want to do. And, I learned how to edit videos. I learned more about filming and lighting, and I'm not great at any of those things still, but I improved at least a bit. I got over kind of my fear of being in front of the camera. It took me a while, but if I go back to my old videos, they're like so painful to watch. I'm just like so awkward in them. Even if the viewer can't tell, just knowing myself, it just like makes my skin crawl with cringe to watch my old videos. But nowadays, like, I'm able to do videos and not even, like, there's nothing weird about talking to the camera to me. And that's something that I sort of take for granted, where I can just talk to the camera like I was talking to a person, because that's how I've always wanted to. And that's something I deliberately tried to do for this channel, where I always wanted it to be like I was talking to you and not talking to a camera, and not making a video where I was pretending. I always wanted it to feel sort of rambly and honest. If you click on some of my videos, like from, probably any point in time, you click on a Fortnite video, and the first few minutes is me talking about Fortnite, and then somewhere after the 5-minute mark, I'm talking about how there was a lightning storm, and I saw a crazy lightning bolt out the window, and it shook the whole house, and my glass of water fell off the desk and shattered on the ground. It was crazy. Like, I'm just telling you whatever the heck is in my mind, Or, we're playing Minecraft, and I'm telling you about life and how time goes on, and you should, make the most of your time, your precious time. Tell the people in your life that you love them while you can, because you never know, that sort of stuff. And it seems silly, and sometimes I'd be like a little bit embarrassed by it. I'd be like, I don't know if I should post this video, because I feel like I talked too personally for a Minecraft video, but I always would. I'd always be like, screw it, post it anyway. Like, that's what I want this to be. And now I make videos that are a little more edited. They're a little more, they're less about me. There's less room for me to just say whatever I want, because ASMR is very much like just talking for 40 minutes. There's plenty of room to talk about anything. But the videos I do now on my passion channel, they're a little more concise, but I always find times to sneak in little things where I tell like a side story or something, because that's just what I am now as a content creator, because of this Captain channel. Because I kind of like landed on what I wanted my vibe to be. I wanted it to be me and you just like hanging out. And it's funny because I don't even realize I do it as much. It's very automatic after doing it for 6 years, where I'll make like what I think is a pretty standard YouTube video of a guy, me, kind of reacting to pictures and videos, and giving input and making jokes and whatever. But the comments will be like, I like this guy because he feels like you're just hanging out with a friend, just chatting, And even though I don't do that on purpose as much now, it still comes through, because that's what this channel, Captain, taught me to do. So I still owe all of it to this channel, like, I stress how like special this channel is to me. I don't want it to feel like I'm some big YouTuber now, or I don't have time for you guys, or ASMR, I don't know, kind of cringe. Like, it's nothing like that. It's just progression of time. You know, it's just life goes on, and I can do this, and I can't do this channel forever. And like, it's a nice thing that will always be there for me and for you, whether or not you care to come back and watch old videos of mine. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'd love it if you did, because that makes me happy that these are still out there helping people relax and fall asleep or whatever. But they'll always be there for me too, in a weird way. It's weird having 6 years of videos of yourself. I can go back and listen to myself from 2018 talk about what I was up to that week, and it's just so weird to see like into my own mind, and not in like a narcissistic way where I'm like, wow, I'm so interesting. It's just to have hours and hours of yourself just motorcycle rambling completely unscripted for, you know, just anyone to watch. It's really interesting to have. It's kind of nice, you know. It'll always be there, you know. I'm not gonna say that I'll never post again. I would like to think that in the future, you know, a certain game will come out, or I'll have an idea for a video, or I'll just miss the channel and I'll post again. Very possible. I'll always have access to this channel. Like, I'm not gonna delete it. Of course, I'm not gonna delete any videos. I would never. You know, it's very likely that I could come back in some way, whether it's to post every once in a while. I mean, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but like, who knows? Maybe at some point I'll just miss this channel so much, you know, my break will have been long enough, and I'll come back posting weekly again or something, you know, who knows? This doesn't have to be like a goodbye forever video. In fact, I'd feel a lot better if it wasn't. If you ever like want to see what I'm up to, I do have my other channels. One of them I recommend checking out. The other one is not really for you unless you like this one specific game that my entire channel is based on. But my Greg Bro Dude Man channel, I created it some years ago. I had announced it on this channel, like when I did. It was going to be my gaming channel, and it's grown into something else, but that's my main channel. That's what I'm doing now. And if the videos over there aren't your thing, like, that's totally fine. They're probably not for everybody, but if you ever want to see what I'm up to, that's one way to go see, because I'm still out there. I'm still making videos. And ironically, and this is just between you and I, this is me getting too honest, I guess, but that's what we do. That channel, my Greg Bro Dude Man channel, I feel like I'm in a similar spot there that I was a couple years ago on this channel, where I kind of hit a wall where I was like kind of stagnant. My channel wasn't really growing very fast. I wasn't losing subscribers. Like, I'm just kind of coasting, and my videos are starting to feel like a little bit repetitive, and I kind of want to shake it up and like do the videos that I'm really passionate about, not just the videos people are asking for. And so I hope that I do. I hope that I do find a way to make some crazy content, some really good content, because I have so many wonderful ideas. It's just the best videos are the most work, and those take the most time and the most planning, and it's hard to find the time, and I'm a little bit of a disorganized, disjointed, kind of easily distracted person, so it's sort of a miracle that I've managed to make as many videos as I have. It really is kind of a miracle. I don't know how someone like me is able to like employ myself, because I swear if you could watch me on an average day, you would wonder who's helping me tie my my shoes because there's no way I'm staying focused long enough to tie them myself. But I mean, just watching this video, I feel like I've told a very simple story of why I'm not posting as much, and it's been 30 minutes, and I feel like I've repeated myself a bunch of times and kind of jumped back and forth through things I wanted to say instead of having like a nice organized, easy to understand thing to say. Because if there's anyone who should plan out their videos, it's me. But I also don't want to do that, so I don't. Because I feel like it's more fun this way to just say whatever. But yeah, I really want to make really great videos. I want to keep being a content creator and keep improving my quality and kind of going wherever the wind takes me. You know, the wind took me to ASMR, and then the wind took me from ASMR to a gaming channel, and the gaming channel turned into sort of a react channel with a heavy theme of like things that are creepy or like phobias. That's kind of what I do right now. And then, you know, I would love for the wind to take me to be sort of like a journalist type channel where I sort of go to interesting places and talk about them like firsthand, like my experience with them, sort of like travel vlogs, but not just like, hey, I went to San Diego, like, hey, I went to the world's largest meatball, you know, stuff like that. Not that, but, you know, things that you're kind of like, that's interesting and weird. I'd like to see how this goes. So, that weirdly actually is like personal, I guess. That's like, if you're someone that watches, like if you're someone on my other channel that watches that channel, you have no idea what my plans are for the channel. But if you're weirdly enough over here watching this video, then you have more insight into that channel than they do, because I just make edited content over there, and this is just ramble content. So anyway, I gotta wrap this up because there's no point in just continuing to talk, but I feel like I'm stalling because it feels weird to know that I probably won't post another video on this channel for a little while. So even though I already took like a almost 5-month break, and you know, hopefully it won't be 5 more months till you hear from me over here, but maybe it will be, maybe it'll be longer, who knows. But yeah, if you're watching this and you've watched this far, then you were probably like a pretty big fan of this channel, and so a huge thank you to you. Really, like a huge thank you to you. And you know, I don't want this to sound like I don't want to say like I'm sorry I can't post anymore, because it's just sort of like that's life. I don't think anyone expected me to post forever. I don't want this to be an apology, of course, but just know that like I wish that was possible, that I could just always be that channel that for your entire life, provided you actually wanted to watch ASMR for your entire life, that like I could just be an ongoing character in your life where you know, hey, it's Saturday, Captain's gonna post, let's see what he's up to, you know, like a new episode of your favorite show that you could just watch every Saturday for however long you need me to be around for, however long it matters. Like I wish that was how things worked, and I wish that I could do that, because I really enjoyed being involved in so many people's lives, and vice versa. And it's a little sad to realize that that's not really realistic. So thank you so much for watching me for however long you did. Thanks for caring enough to click on this video after, you know, 5 months, caring enough to wonder what I've been up to. And yeah, I sort of expect this video to get like 50 views. This is gonna be the most depressing upload of all time, but this video needs to be here so people can know that commented on a video a couple videos ago. It was a reply, I think. It was someone being like, "Where are you, Captain?" And then someone replied like, either like, "I bet he thinks he's too good for us," or "Maybe he thinks he's too good for us," or something like that. And I was like, God, no. Like, it's never been like I hate this channel, I don't want to do this anymore. It's always been, I love this channel, and even though it didn't fit in my life anymore, I always sort of like powered through and kept making it happen. And I think I probably should have put a stop to it a lot sooner, because I feel like my legacy is a little bit tarnished than what it should have been, because like my last 10 videos are kind of weak, and they're all me saying that like I'm gonna post more, sorry I've been so busy, you know, instead of just being like a year ago, being like, hey look guys, we had a good run, and you know, saying everything I said in this video but like a year ago. That's what I should have done. But hindsight's 2020. I didn't really want to stop doing it either, so it is what it is. But if you ever want to comment on any video, I'll still always check the comments on this channel. I'll still be around if you want to like just say hi even. I do have my Discord if you really want to keep up with me. I'm not super active over there either, unfortunately, because I don't have a lot of extra time to just hang out over there, but I do swing by from time to time. And I also post the videos that I've been uploading over there so that you can at least see what I'm uploading. Even if you don't watch them, that's okay, but just like, you know, it's a way to keep up with my existence, if that's something that interests you. I'm still alive. I'm still on the internet, is what I'm trying to say. So this doesn't have to feel like a goodbye, because it feels really sad if this video feels like goodbye, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to say goodbye, because I'm not gone, and you don't have to be gone either. But the ASMR consistent uploads have ended and will continue to not be a thing until further notice, if that notice ever comes. But I don't see why I won't just like post a random video every once in a while. There's nothing stopping me from doing that and just checking up with you guys. But there's a difference between quitting and just stopping, because sometimes things need to be stopped or need to stop going. Sometimes things are bad for you or don't fit in your life anymore, and it's not quitting to stop doing them. It's just realizing that, hey, this doesn't fit anymore. Quitting kind of sounds bad, but just moving on sounds better. So, thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. All my old videos are still going to be there forever until the internet gets shut off, or YouTube blows up, or the world blows up, whichever happens first. These videos will be there. So, yeah. I'm kind of stalling again. I don't really want to stop the video. This feels kind of sad, but it's already sad. I already was gone for almost 5 months. This should be easy.